Whatever you do, don't look at your 401k. If you're like me, still got some years to retire, just don't look at it. Just keep chugging along. However, if you're also like me, you are somewhat invested in digital currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum. What else do I have? I think I bought some Doge not long ago, but I went ahead and got rid of that. But listen, I'm not thoroughly invested in it. If it goes down to zero, yeah, I'll be sad, but it's not gonna kill me. But the precipitous decline recently of digital currencies, kind of fascinating. So we want to talk with an expert in this field, Steven Bumbera. He is a digital currency, cryptocurrency innovator, and he joins us now on WMAY. Steven, thanks for taking time with us this morning. What's going on here? Is it linked to the stock market because that's on a decline, or what exactly is behind seeing digital currency go from, 60,000 per Bitcoin down to, I think it's hovering around 29,000 right now. Good morning. What's up?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah. Well, it's not really linked to the stock market, but everything's crashing and burning. I mean, all signs point to we're headed to a little bit of a recession here. So it's not quite just crypto. It's not falling because of stock. It's because the same type of money and the same capital that's in every market is de-risking, going into a risk-off situation. There's not a lot of good places to put your money in 2022.
So when we talk about digital currencies, we've discussed this before on this show in a variety of different aspects, from it being decentralized, and that's one thing that's attractive about it. It doesn't have to go through the Federal Reserve, for instance. But there's also these things called stable coins that's supposed to be linked to some kind of asset like a dollar. Those aren't doing too well either, right?
Well, they're doing well. There's one in particular that's not doing well, and that's Terra Luna. That was basically an experiment. So a stable coin like BUSD, that is actually pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar, meaning that one USD, there is one BUSD in existence. So Binance has an actual bank account with real USD in it that has one US dollar in there for every BUSD in existence. So those types of stable coins that are fiat backed, they're doing fine. They're staying at $1 because, well, there's actually money there. Terra Luna was kind of an experiment to peg to Bitcoin and not really have anything in reserves to handle a massive crash like this. So that's what's going on. Any stable coins that aren't actually pegged to the US dollar or have actual US dollars in reserve are probably not the best of ideas.
We're talking with Steven Bumbera. He is a digital currency innovator. And one thing that people talked about digital currency, Steven, was it could be a hedge against inflation. We've got record inflation, but we've got that decline in digital currencies. Is that a sustainable argument, or was that ever a good argument about digital currencies?
I think it was, because it makes sense to an extent. The problem with inflation is inflation affects currency, period. It doesn't matter if it's the US dollar or if everyone assigned value to a bunch of arcade tokens and said, this is what we use now to buy our groceries, and then inflation came around, well, people would want more arcade tokens for their groceries. So I don't think it makes sense if you're using it as a complete currency, but there are other ways to use crypto aside from currency.
Well, and just a note here, people who did buy, for instance, Bitcoin when it was $100, they're still sitting pretty. Because it's way up to 29,000, but it went all the way up to like 60,000+ per Bitcoin, but is now back to around 29,000. So we'll see how that does. Steven, finally here, what's the advice you have for those who are interested in digital currencies? Is now a time to buy? Is now a time to hold? Or what should they be doing here?
Well, I'm definitely no financial advisor, but if you look across digital currencies, stocks, really everything is in trouble. So I'm a fan of DCA, that's dollar cost averaging. you just buy a little bit every paycheck, and whatever your favorite thing is, and just keep doing that. The old adage is bull markets make you happy, but bear markets make you rich.
Steven Bumbera, how can people find your work and your thoughts on all of these things?
Yeah, they could go to ManyWorldsToken.com. That has links to pretty much everything. That's the project that I'm working on. And that'll get you to all the different publications and everything.
Appreciate your time. We may connect again soon to talk about this and more, all right? Be safe out there.
All right, thank you.
It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News.